This year, the theme for Kids Club Live is authentic love. First of all, let me say thank you for entrusting your children to our care. It means a lot to us, and they mean a lot to us as well, so we're grateful. Our theme verse this year is found in 1 John 3:18. Dear children, don't just talk about love, put your love into action. Then it will truly be love. So what is authentic love? We as parents would ask ourselves that question. What will our kids think? What does it mean? Love to be authentic has to be God's love. And God's love is His disposition to be self-giving, the willing of our own good. My favorite quote or description of love comes from Dallas Willard. He says, to love is to will the good of another. So what does that mean? I think back to the words of Jesus in Mark chapter 12 when He says, to love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. That's a standard. It's with your everything. I think that's instructive for us when we ask the question, what is authentic love? So for our children, what do we provide as parents for them? What does the church provide for them? Well, it needs to be several things. We need to provide, protect, and nurture the heart, soul, mind, and bodies of our kids. We need to teach them that those are instruments that God has created us to feel His love and then to express His love. So authentic love comes from the heart of the Father. And that's what we want to teach your children this week, is what it means to be loved and then what it means to love. Because Jesus said the greatest command is to love God with your everything, and then to take that and go love the world as you love yourself. So as parents, we know that you're the primary discipler of your children. We here as a church, we're here to supplement what you're doing. We're here to invest with you in your child's heart, soul, strength, and mind, all of it. We want to bring everything together with you. But we know all of us carry the burden. Nobody will have more influence. No one will have more instruction than we parents have with our kids. For those of you parents out there who are single parents or you're in a situation with mixed families, we know that you still have great influence, and we want to encourage you to continue in this path, that in all the imperfections of all of our families, we know that God is working, and we know that what you're instilling in those children matters. There's no wasted time in discipleship. So there's not a lot of pressure. We're here with you, but we want to encourage you to take the responsibility to nurture your children. Nurture them toward love of the Lord. Teach them that they are loved. Teach them that they're known by God and that God is involved and cares deeply about them. And then help them understand what that means for their mind, what they do with their minds, what they put in their minds, how they think about themselves and about others. Venture into their hearts. What are their passions? How has God created them? What are their expressions of the love that they have? How is that expressed artistically? It can be so many different facets of each one of our children. He makes them all unique. Our job is to guide. The Proverbs say that we're to point a child in the way that they should go. We're to hear our children's hearts, their minds, their passions, their joys. Listen, and then instruct them in how that can be used with God and for God and to be a blessing for others. See, there's nothing about parenting that's easy, but every bit of parenting is valuable. So we want to encourage you. And this week, we hope to encourage your children to begin to taste what authentic love is and pray that your conversations with them as you shape them, nurture them, protect them, will guide them in that direction. Why does it matter for parents to be involved in the discipleship of their children? Well, first of all, we want to confess it's hard. Our kids see us in the best and worst moments of our lives. They know our strengths and weaknesses, but they're the greatest treasure God's ever given us. So we invest in them. You see, it's our calling. I think the greatest calling in life is to raise your children to love Jesus. It's also a need. Every child needs a parent to guide and direct them, to protect them, to discipline them in all the best ways. And it's with God's blessing. And the joy for me is it comes in God's community as well. You're not alone in this. So this week, as your children learn about authentic love, we want to thank you again for investing their time with us. And we pray that what we're investing in them will be beneficial to you as you love your children with a real, authentic love.